Another one is keep sleep times consistent. Go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time every day, if possible. It's not always possible if you have kids or your work schedule's kind of scattered. The idea is to get it as close to consistent as possible, and this might involve kind of shifting your sleep window. Like if you need a certain amount of sleep, try shifting your sleep window to maybe earlier or later, or waking up earlier or later, and keeping that consistent. Another one, create a wind down ritual, and this is something you would probably go through with a psychologist or therapist. It's kind of like a bunch of exercises that would help you relax, and they could be breathing exercises, mindfulness, or just whatever you find relaxing. Exercise is another one. Again, it goes back to building up that need for sleep. Make your bedroom a great place to sleep. Some tips I have here are keep your bedroom cool, like around 18 degrees Celsius. Block light and sound. Use light blocking curtains if you need to, or headphones, earplugs, whatever. Keep sheets comfy and clean. That could be a bit of a challenge for some of us when we're not sort of motivated to take care of our bed and make it in the morning, or do the laundry. Keeping a healthy place for sleep will improve sleep dramatically. Another one is use your bed only for sleep and romance. I'll just say that. So using it only for sleep means don't use it for being on your laptop, doing work, being on the phone, doom scrolling on TikTok, all that sort of stuff. Feel free to do that stuff outside of the bedroom, but keep the bedroom just for sleep as much as possible. Another one, don't try and force sleep. A lot of people feel stressed that they can't fall asleep, and that stress just is the thing that keeps them up, if that makes sense. So I'll go through a strategy to help with forcing sleep, but try and have sleep come naturally rather than force it, like as if it's something you can control. So are there any relaxation techniques or sleep hygiene tips that would help? So yeah, like I mentioned, rumination can be a bit of a hindrance just to sleep. Something I've found success with, not just with myself but with clients, is what we call thought diffusion, which is the practice of having thoughts come in and having them pass, rather than having them come in and taking them on board, whatever message they're saying, whatever stress that want to make us feel. None of that. We want to sort of have the thoughts and not try and fight with them and like just ruminate and have incidents or rumination go through our heads over and over. I mentioned don't force sleep. A strategy that's really good for that is, it's called paradoxical intent. It's basically giving yourself permission to stay up as long as you can. And by doing that, you're not stressed about forcing yourself to stay asleep. And by removing that stress, you find that your levels of hypervigilance and anxiety and panic will die down. And because you're not stressed about falling asleep, you'll just fall asleep naturally in the attempt to try and stay up. Mindfulness. This is something that you would go through with your therapist. It works for some people, not everyone, but some mindfulness exercises like body scanning, or if you find yourself sort of up in your thoughts about a work incident or accident, something like grounding can get you out of your head and reliving the incident into the moment. And things like what we call 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, for example. Name 5 objects in the room. Name 4 things that you can hear. Name 3 things that you can smell. So on and so forth. It sort of engage your senses in the moment to get out of that state of ruminating. Another question: should I avoid certain activities or substances before bed. Yes, absolutely. Number one I would put on that list is alcohol, smoking, nicotine, and caffeine. Alcohol is sedative, 100%. It will help you fall asleep. As we metabolize alcohol while we sleep, it actually turns into a stimulant, which is why if you have a big night on the booze, you tend to wake up in the middle of the night just feeling wired, and that's the alcohol being turned into a stimulant and just sort of make you more hypervigilant. Additionally, alcohol can, like, if you go to bed with a full bladder, you're more likely to wake up and need the toilet. Smoking, again, nicotine is both a relaxant, but it's also a stimulant. So if it's not possible to remove alcohol and smoking altogether, try and limit alcohol and nicotine intake to like an hour or more before bed. Caffeine, I think it's pretty obvious. Caffeine is a stimulant. Its purpose is to make us more awake. So the recommendation is 4 hours or more before going to bed, having a cup of coffee or a caffeine drink. Something to be mindful of is there are sources of caffeine that we're not always aware of. Things like tea has just as much caffeine as coffee, so too much tea can also be a stimulant. Pre-workout drinks or supplements can be really high in caffeine, and also other stimulants as well that just stay in the body for a lot longer, and going to bed with those in your bloodstream can also affect sleep.